Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're here live for the 2B testing. We did pull her on, I believe, chat, the third or fourth multi. We didn't have to go that deep, thankfully, right? Because that means we save for A2, which honestly, chat, after the testing, I think A2 is going to be the survivor out of the two. Now, the thing about this 2B character is that she's not bad in terms of damage, right? I think we can all agree that her damage is actually quite decent. But the problem is she takes long to get the damage out, right? So one thing I guess I want to say I guess no YouTuber or any of us realized, maybe some of us realized it, is that her numbers are going to take quite long, right? Her numbers are going to take quite long, right? So to get 300 bullets with an AR, and she has 90 base attack, right? 90 base ammo capacity and a 1 second reload time. Right, for her to get 300 bullets to proc this second skill is literally going to take a total of 30 seconds. That's horrendous because her burst skill only procs every 40 seconds. Right, so if you're not using the second skill for damage and you're not using the burst skill for damage, the only damage source she has is her normal attack. But the problem is her normal attack is only 5.99% of attack. Right, so because of that, that means you're not getting any attack buffs from overload gear, from in-game, from her second skill. All those attack buffs are not being implemented into that normal attack damage, right? So it's literally not the fact that she does no damage, it's just that she takes too long to do damage, right? Realistically, she hits hard, right? She hits hard. She guaranteed hits hard, but she takes long to do the damage. So let's go over the skills. We're on a 6-7-6 build here. Hopefully I have 7 days to recover back like 5-5-5 at least for A2. But yeah, so at level 6, obviously she increases her max HP by 8.2% the first time you use her burst skill specifically, then 16.41% the second time you use her burst skill specifically, and then the third time you use her burst skill specifically, it increases by 47.25%. The burst skill, or the second skill, after 300 normal attacks, all enemies get 144.61% of final attack as damage dealt. So obviously that's good because that's including the second part of her first skill where she gets an attack buff of 5.23% of her final max HP. So anybody who's buffing up her HP or anybody who's buffing up her attack is actually benefiting that damage, that final attack as damage. The problem is 300 times, right, literally makes it 300 shots is 30 seconds, so that takes too long, right? If you give her reload, the reload cube, and probably put like Privity on the team, you can get that from 30 to probably 20 seconds, but that's still quite too long because again, if you're not using her second skill for damage and you're not using her burst skill for damage, the only damage source she has, like I said before, is her normal attack, and her normal attack is 5%. Because she's a defender, I'm assuming, right? It's only 5%. This is like, what, Crow's number? And it's of regular attack. So that's only going to be your base stats. And now, that's the problem as a defender, because defenders have horrible attack. 30k is crazy. And we have abnormal, like all the attack we need, we have the literally maxed out abnormal gear. So it's not that crazy. The cube we gave her was Wingman to kind of make it better. Like kind of just remove the fact of reload, I guess. Kind of make it that we have more bullets, we don't have to reload enough. But obviously Wingman, Bayesian, those cubes work just fine. Or reload speed, make it faster. But honestly, chat, she does good damage, just takes long to do it. And that's not a good character. I mean, she doesn't, if you do insane, unless your numbers are like, you're like, let's say it took 40 seconds to instantly wipe out the map. That's a different story, right? But she's not doing that. If she took 40 seconds to guarantee wipe out the map, then that would be a completely different story, right? But because she's not doing that, literally. So if you guys take a look at her numbers here, we have Dorothy, Blanc, and Noir here. So we're getting an attack buff. If you guys look, her number right now is that, before we use her burst skill, she's at literally 1 million. She's at 1 million right now. We're about to use her burst skill right now. She's at 1 million. Once we use her burst skill, that jumps from 1 million to 5 million, right? So it's a pretty good number there. But the problem is that's every 40 seconds, right? So you're really supposed to technically rely on the second skill for damage, but because that takes, look, I'm going to actually show you. So remember, there's 1 minute and 30 seconds actually in shooting range. We haven't procced her second skill yet. And I'm going to show you guys when we proc it. When you see missiles flying into the enemies, that's when we proc her second skill. So it might be... Let me see. We haven't procced it yet. I'll tell you when we procced it. Wait, so her numbers right now are at 7 million. We're at 7 million. Okay, it just procced. So it went from 7 million to 2 million. Or from 7... Literally 7 point... I believe 7.7 to 9.7. So it went up by 2 million, right? Literally. Now the thing is, if she was spamming 2 million, let's say every 10 normal attacks she proc that. If she was spamming 2 million every time, then she would be dumb. But 30 seconds, right? As you guys can see, it's at 58 seconds now. 30 seconds to get that off is ridiculous, right? So it's not that she doesn't do damage. It's literally, like I said before, the simple fact that it takes long to do the damage. So literally, no matter how much HP you have her, she's gonna be doing insane numbers when you use her burst skill, right? 14 million, right? She's gonna be doing insane numbers when you use her burst skill, but the simple fact is that it takes too long. Alrighty, yo. Honestly, bro, I'm not gonna lie. She's not bad. I think I'd use her as a sub DPS. I think honestly, I would use her as a sub DPS. I think I'd use her as a sub DPS, honestly. Yeah, I think I'd use her as a sub DPS, but she takes too long to get her numbers out. And because she's a defender, her normal attack is just horrendous. And because it's not based on final attack, it's literally her base attack, and that's horrible for a defender. So LB3 is what I recommend going for anybody watching. I mean, I don't recommend it. That's like best case scenario. Anybody going for core 7 has to be the biggest 2B fan or a will. You're either a will or insane 2B fan, because you would actually be a bit silly to go for core 7 to, you know, do I guess good damage but not great damage, right? So I don't know. She's amazing in bosses. Okay, so chat saying she's good in bosses. We're gonna try that right now then. Alright, y'all, so we're here in a boss. We're on mock battle. Don't get your hopes up. Everybody's literally spamming she's broken in bosses, so we're gonna take our look and test. Okay. Okay, sure. Let's take a look. So we have Modernia Noir her. We're gonna see. 4 million from her. Alrighty, so far, I mean, we'll see. Doesn't look too crazy. I don't know what you guys were really on about, but I mean, I'll believe your word for it. Like I said, her numbers can be insanely, like I'm telling you, chat, her numbers could be good on like when she uses her burst skill and stuff, but it doesn't really take much that she's gonna wait. 12 million, 18 million. Now, why is she doing more against... I guess because her damage is being all implemented. That's why. Her number is being all implemented into the boss. And remember. Right? Okay, so chat, this is why she's good against bosses. Remember, this is based on distributed damage. So the number is being... When it comes to mobs, the number is being split between the mobs, right? So... in this situation, it's all going into the one enemy, making it better for the boss, right? And then obviously because it's one enemy with the highest attack, we're getting that additional 600. But the thing is, you have to use her burst skill for this to proc, chat. You're not, like, an average, you're not doing numbers. I think we're gonna die here, though. We could take, you know, we could see. Okay, we're good. We beat it, though. I mean, we beat it. We actually beat it, but... okay, can we... okay, yeah, we beat it, but... right, so remember, chat, there's core hit damage included there. What was the number? 13 million, 17 million, 22 million. 13 million, 17 million, and 22 million. So 22 million to 13 million is not that bad, but... I guess it's because the damage is all going into the one boss. So essentially, when you're fighting a one-on-one, chat, like the 2,000% that she has, I can't show it here, but I guess right now mine is at 2,000%. The 2,000% is being implemented there. that's where her numbers are gonna go crazy, because remember, she has attack buffs and obviously the buff from her HP all being implemented there, right? The buff she gets for her HP and the buff she gets from attacks are being implemented into that full burst, right? Realistically. But again, chat, 13 million on, like, let's, for example, SI 13 million, there's a lot of characters who can do that, right? She doesn't have overload gear on. She's not overload gear, but there's a lot of characters who can do 13 million, so I'm not really that impressed, right? If you want me to be honest, right? I think if I give her overload, it'll be way better, so we can do that, I guess. Let me give her overload, y'all. I'll give her overload. Alrighty, YouTube, for the people watching on YouTube, we're back. I gave her overload gear. I cannot upgrade it though because I don't have enough mats, and there's no way as of right now, chat. I think A2 already, like, from literally the gameplay, already looked like she was gonna perform crazy. All right, 2B from the normal attacks, definitely not, but her numbers are good when you use her burst skill. But chat, I'm not gonna cope with y'all, bro. I'm sorry, it takes too long to get it off. It takes way too long to get it off. So for me, honestly, I don't think it's all that crazy, right? No matter what, it taken too long to get it off, so it's not that interesting to me. I think I would use her as a sub DPS, but all that stuff we were saying about her being the new hardest hitting character in the game, it would have been possible if she can proc her stuff faster. But because she can't, like, what's her number right now? 6 million, right? Because she can't do all that, chat, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. It's not it. 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 Okay, I think we're good. It's not it, chat. Did they make interception weaker? Because there's no way the boss is doing no damage to me like that. Okay, can we hit, please? Okay, I think we're good, though. Okay, we got it off. Chat. I think, chat, she did. I'm telling you, the first character in this game that increases attack speed, that character is a must summon. That character will save so much. 11 million, 18 million. She's close to Noir, though. I mean, she's higher than Noir, but Noir is pretty close, though. Chat, her numbers are good, but she's slow. She's slow. That's the problem. It's not that she doesn't do damage. For the people who are watching this, like, oh, she doesn't do damage. No, she does damage. She just takes long to do damage. Right? So I'm not really sure what's happening there. I think we probably have to, like, invest into her. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Can privily increase hit rate. But the thing is, chat, it's like, it's again, chat, if you're not using her burst skill, this is what you guys need to realize. If her second skill takes 30 seconds to proc, right? Let's say 20 to 30 seconds to proc, and her burst skill procs every 40 seconds. And the only way she's doing insane damage is literally through her skill 2 and burst skill. That means the only source of income damage she has is from her normal attack until those two procs. Every 20 to 40 seconds, literally. 40 seconds on the burst skill, 20 to 30 seconds on the second skill. Right? So it's not that she does no damage. I don't know how to stress this enough. She does do good damage, yes. But she's slow. That's the problem. So honestly, I'm not sure, right? We're going to do more testing. I'm going to end off the video here for the people on YouTube. Right? We're going to do more testing. But for now, I'm not really, like, jumping for joy. I'm not, like, crowing crazy about it right now, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to say I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that she doesn't go as fast, right? I'm disappointed that, you know, she doesn't go as fast. So, yeah.